camera around. So if you're joining me, this is a window on my workbench. I am working on stringed instrument bows, doing some repairs on the island of Maui. I'm a little disorganized today. I spent the morning down in Kihei. I'm going to be teaching in another location pretty soon, teaching privately. Violin, viola, cello, double bass, ukulele maybe, and guitar as well. Beginners on uk and guitar. I'm not that experienced with those, so it's gonna take me a bit to get up to speed. So today I have this 3/4 cello bow. We are going to add a faux whalebone wrap onto it, and then a leather grip, a new leather grip. So the stick has already been cleaned, hair's been taken out. I've applied some French polish to it to touch it out. And it's looking pretty good, shiny. So to prep the whalebone, we have to file it down. So we use this. I need a C-clamp. Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching out of Kupono Music Studios. They're in Kihei. She has a pretty nice teaching spot. Make sure you can see what I'm actually doing. Yeah, so if there's people that in Kihei wanted to study and they don't want to drive all the way to Wailuku, especially with all that construction that's going around with the Kihei school that's being built. Oh, such a mess. I figured out that I can listen to my own music while you guys are listening to this free background music that Restream has. I'll make this a little less boring for me to feel like I'm talking to nobody half the time. So I'm gonna use... I feel like this one is too rough to get what I want. Yeah. I need to adjust. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Good. Yeah, so I met with her name is Marty Kluth. I met with her this morning, and I'm gonna be not only teaching out of that studio, probably one day a week. It's a bit much that I'm taking on with the other announcement I have, which is I'm gonna be teaching in the public schools again temporarily. I'm going to be teaching at a local school called Pomaikai. I guess they need somebody to teach ukulele. So I'll be teaching that. And they want somebody to teach Orff instruments. I don't have any experience in Orff instruments. I remember a portion of a class, I think it was in elementary methods or something like that, where we got a little bit of exposure to it, but not much. So the Orff instrument stuff isn't quite what I'm not interested really in doing that, but the school's in need, teacher shortage, so I'm gonna help them out. But the thing that might actually be the best part out of all of it is that it's a public school, but I'll be an independent contractor basically. So that's going to allow me to teach without all the boring teacher stuff that teachers have to deal with on a daily basis, right? So like, won't have to do it like a duty. I won't have to, don't have to do grade books or anything like that. There will be another teacher in the classroom with me, so classroom management will be so much easier. And hopefully they're all receptive to kind of working with the kids and they don't really see it as like a break for them, right? I know teachers are overworked, but... And the big thing that I really like about it is the class sizes are only 19 kids. Kind of hard to handle a ton of kids at once, especially when you have instruments in their hands. So hopefully everything works out. I'm gonna go on Monday to check out the classroom. And they said they already have instruments. They already have a little packet that they work through. Because technically it's only gonna be 8 classes. 1 class a week of ukulele and 1 class a week of orff. So to get this whalebone, fake whalebone, onto the bow, we file down one of the ends, and then we'll wrap it underneath another piece of whalebone, fake whalebone. I also have one of my friends back from Michigan. He's teaching down south somewhere at a college, I guess. And he's going to be teaching string methods class, orchestral methods or whatever. He asked me to do like a little presentation on bows. It actually sounds like something fun. So hopefully we can coordinate that. My schedule's getting pretty packed the next couple months. I still have some space in my studio in Wailuku, but eventually I'll have to start a wait list. So that's a good problem to have. We're still waiting on DHS. If you don't know, we've applied to become foster parents. But we've been waiting quite a while on DHS. I really do need to call them, but I really do need to get these bows done. I've had them for too long. Part of the issue also is that my supplies that I ordered to get some of these finished ended up in Guam. Luckily they got redirected back to me. Oh, today's also my brother Bill's birthday, so if Bill ends up watching this, happy birthday. Hope it's a good one, old man. 2 years away from 40. That looks good. I'm gonna flip and file down the backside too. So basically I have today and tomorrow to get these finished and get them back. So I don't like being on a crunch. But it really does need to happen. I need to get these out of my shop. I've got another big restoration coming up that I'm kind of excited to do. And this is what's standing in the way right now. Well, I finally upgraded to a new phone for my business. When I first started, I had a landline. But I definitely needed a cell phone because I started traveling, teaching right away. But I had Galaxy A21, which is like a bare bones smartphone. And now I have a Pixel 6a. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It wasn't crazy expensive. It performs way better than the Galaxy that I had. The only thing that I wish it had was the wireless charging. The Galaxy didn't have that either, but my iPhone does. And that's going to need to be upgraded to. It's an iPhone X, I believe. But like with that iPhone, I can't use the normal phone function. I can only use it on speakerphone anymore. The speaker's bad. Maybe that's something that I can have repaired instead of having to replace the whole thing. So basically you want this nice and thin because you're going to glue it down and try and hide it to the best of our ability. That's good. I'm gonna taper the black. This is a 3/4 cello bow, so the grip and everything I think ends up being a little bit smaller. and then I'll apply a thumb grip over that. I don't really like applying thumb grip over whalebone. It doesn't give you as nice of a finish. Maybe I need to wrap some kind of paper underneath. I don't know. I don't know. So this one we taper a lot, because it's going to wrap quite a bit. We want a really strong bond of the glue. Oh, people are watching. If you're just stopping in, feel free to leave a message. I'm just working on this fake whalebone wrap that I'm going to apply to a cello bow. So we file it down and it gets wrapped underneath itself, and that's how we end up attaching it to the stick of the bow. Oh, my foot's asleep. Oh, I still need to pull out some kind of protein for tonight. What should I make? What should I make? I started learning how to make stir fries, and I did kung pao chicken. So yeah, kung pao chicken. I don't think I've got the sauce quite like I wanted, and I definitely didn't get it quite as hot as I wanted. I did find the red chili peppers I need. I've got the red pepper flakes as well. Put ginger and garlic in there, oyster sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of brown sugar. But like if you prep all your stuff beforehand for these stir fries, like it literally takes you like 8 minutes to cook. And I think that's insane. Like America has been sleeping on making their own stir fry at home. So easy, way easier than I ever thought it would be. So when we finally end up with foster kids, I'm gonna be doing stir fries probably at least once a week. Hopefully I can get some helpful kiddos that can help me prep. Maybe prep it like on Sundays. That way we can cook them real fast during the week. So I file this at a pretty extreme angle to help wrap over itself. So I'm gonna flip it and do the other side. Ugh. Looking pretty good. Ugh, I don't like this song either. You have to be careful when you get really thin. It becomes easy to tear. Good. So then when you apply it to the stick, you put glue and you wrap it over itself. Crisscross. And you put the overlap underneath, preferably. Or on the player's edge. It's up to you, I guess. But you want to hide it from performance view. Nice, that actually transitions pretty well. The only issue I always have is trying to get these first wraps kind of in line with each other. I always end up with a tiny little gap, and I don't want a gap. But when we go to put it on, we'll also glue it so it'll allow it to stick. While I kind of move stuff around. Okay, yeah. So I can grab my C8 glue. Actually, no, I'm not. I know that I'm gonna have too much tan when I go to put it on this bow because this is a 3/4 bow. It's not a full-size bow. So let's cut off a portion. Man. I'll just use this. And cut off about 30 mil. No. 50. No, I think it needs to be even more. Just use that. I think I need to take off even more than that. Let's take off another 20 mil. Okay. So I'm going to taper that end too. But I'm going to taper it at the opposite angle. Yeah. This way. The tan is much easier to tear than the black is. So you want to be a little bit more careful when you get to the final stage of filing it down. You probably have to clean your files at least once when you're doing this. See, and then it tears. Always happens with the tan. It's like a weaker material. So we'll just start a little bit earlier. So if you're just joining, I'm cutting down, well not cutting, I'm filing this fake whalebone, full whalebone, to go onto this 3/4 minal cello bow. That looks better. So my weekend is going to be all bows. Got to get these done. Once I get the parts, that violin bow, I got to finish that one up too. Got a tip replacement for one of these other minal bows. Or was that the Barini? No, it's the minal. Then I got to get hair into all of them and get them back to the owner. Definitely held these too long, but I was supposed to take them with me to Oberlin. Oberlin didn't happen, so kind of learning via email. Email correspondent school, yeah. But I'm working one-on-one with David Orvin. He's a bow maker and restorer in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I actually studied cello with his wife, Diane, at Eastern Michigan University. Probably one of the best teachers I've had. I think she knew that I was neurodivergent before I knew I was. If you were told you were a weird kid, chances are you're just neurodivergent and things didn't make sense to you as a kid. And some of those things still don't make sense as an adult, right? Okay, that's looking pretty good. gonna flip it and do the underside, and then we'll get ready to glue it onto the stick. Want to be careful. Once you get to this part, it's even more likely that you'll tear the material if you aren't gentle enough. Oh, this way, yeah. Yeah. So this gig where I'm going to be teaching in the public schools again, it pays decent. It's not the best, but hopefully that money can be used to give me more training. I have a $1,000 voucher with Delta still because of the COVID cancellation at Oberlin. So I can definitely make it to Oberlin again next year, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get the scholarship back that I had applied to for this year. I mean, that's another, about, like $3,000 or so that we weren't really expecting to have. Okay, so when I start this, I'm going to start with not as many black wraps. Okay. Let's get this started. I should just use... Yeah, there we go. I feel like a little toddler right now sitting in front of this table. One of the challenges of living on Maui is getting furniture. Like I don't know if there's just not enough warehouse space here, or it's too expensive to house stuff here. But like everything comes from Oahu by boat. So I gotta wait every time we want to buy furniture. You gotta wait a couple weeks. Super annoying. Unless you want to order through Amazon, and then you end up with like flat pack furniture, and the stuff's cheap, doesn't last, and that compressed wood here on Maui ends up expanding over time. Okay, so right about here. I need more glue on that. Use that. teeny drop. This one. Okay. Okay, so once you have that started, you're gonna wrap this underneath. Get some glue on there, not too much. And you're gonna try and do the same thing. You're gonna wrap it underside. Oops. As I get CA glue all over the place. Come on, Roy. You're better than that. Oh, you jerk! Somebody on the struggle bus today. Number one writer. Oh, I messed this up so bad. Here we go. This is where my hand gets super tired. Because you want to keep the pressure on. This one's going to require more cleanup than I want. Whew. Let's take that ferrule off so I don't lose it. If any of my students are watching, maybe I need to do some more finger bursts. Strengthen up these hand muscles. God, it's tiring though. I bet the guys that have been doing this forever have like some of the strongest muscles. In their hands. Nice. I feel like I cut off a good portion. Part of the problem is you got to keep the pressure on, because if you let it unravel, it's just not usable once it's unraveled. You have to get new material and cut it all down again. Okay. And this is where I get nervous. And I did it. So at least I have it saved. It didn't unravel completely. And I have become so much more efficient in doing this. Okay. way. Oh, my hand is so tired. Part of the problem is I want to rush through things and get them done quickly. And my hands just are not ready for it yet. Okay, let's get this done. Pull them tight. Come on, baby. Yes! Yes! The struggle. Oh, this doesn't even need to look pretty down here. So when you get down to the end of it, you don't have to be as careful, because that's going to be covered up with the leather thumb grip that we're going to put on. So what I will do is I'm going to glue this off once I make sure I have enough material on here. And then I will glue down, and that glue will set for a long time. Oh no, my new phone. Oh, it's Patrick. Hello.
Hello, what you doing?
I'm live streaming.
Oh.
What you doing?
Taking my last break for my break before I hit Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii.
So I suppose.
Oh, the end already.
Huh?
The end already.
Yeah, there was no DPS.
Oh, so it's short day today.
Oh no, I probably would have to have Diane.
Yeah.
Because Diane's gonna be. Because Diane's got problems. Like
Oh.
straight on Siren Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guess. Yeah. We'll still see.
Yeah.
But who was it? When I went to take my first break, Marlene and stuff was outside. June.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, lucky day today, and you're off tomorrow.
Oh, so you're gonna be off tomorrow.
And then June was like, we'll see.
Yeah, June likes to pull that crap all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, we'll see. But yeah, Marlene was like, oh, and you're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
But June, yeah, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, in my head I was like, I shall see. She's the postmaster, she's the acting postmaster.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Most likely be working. Yeah. If they don't come in and come in early, I most likely will be off. So that's double DPS. Yeah. Well, I'll let you go so you can live stream.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Okay. I like that new phone. Okay, so we have this all done. So that's what it looks like when it's on the stick. So this portion over here, where this excess black is, will actually end up just being covered up with a leather thumb grip that I'll add on later. I will let this glue set completely before I move on to the next step. And the next step is actually cutting this at an angle with a chisel so that it creates a flat surface going all the way around. This allows you to have a clean edge when you add on your thumb grip. I have one that I did earlier. I just don't want to let go of this. I don't want to. It's a lot of work, and if you let go too early, you're gonna mess stuff up. Let's see. Do I have it over here? No. I wonder where I did put it. But I have one where I already put the leather on and finished this portion as well. I'll need to do some cleanup, get rid of some of this glue. The very tip of this has a bit of an issue. I'm gonna have to fill in a little bit, do some improvisation. And then cut new plugs and get hair in it, and we're good to go. That looks good. I don't know if I can make these clamps work. I've got that giant Jorgensen that I can use. I'll just use that. I'll just set it up on my other table. careful when you adjust these. Don't want to pinch your fingers. Okay, so we just have that clamped. Not too tight. I don't want to deform the fake whalebone, but enough to allow that glue to stabilize and set. Okay. My office is such a mess today. So I have a few bows that I need to look at to take some pictures and send them off. Oh, it's right here. So this is the other one that I did. I did it off of, this is Barini, the maker. So I followed what they did on their bow. So there's a very just short area where the tan and black shows. But this is actually my first finished attempt. And I put the thumb leather on there too. Hopefully they like it. It feels good in my hand. Pretty solid. But this is going to need some cleanup, then new plugs, and we'll be all set. That one needs the tip replaced. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have to learn to do silk when I get that silk in. Okay. So I think that's all I'm gonna show for today. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to get cleaned up and set, and lesson notes off to my students from yesterday that I didn't finish quite yet. And then I gotta start learning ukulele. So, yeah. I'm able to teach in Kihei now. So if there's anybody in Kihei that wants to learn violin, viola, cello, double bass, I can get you started on any of those. These webcams are fancy. Yeah, so violin, viola, cello, double bass, beginners on uk and guitar, Kupono music in Kihei. Air-conditioned space, enough room for parents to hang out with us, or you can always drop and go. It's up to you. Yeah, and then maybe eventually I'd love to be able to teach the bow work. Maybe get some like people that want to learn how to do it but also want a vacation. Maybe they come Maui and we work on bows in the morning and then they go and do what they want after that. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. So that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go.